Hey guys, what's up? This is White Boy for the win, and today I have a team that I wanted to share with you guys. I've been using this team for about a week now, and I have to say it's a very phenomenal team I've been using. I've been winning at least 80 to 90% of my battles with this team. I'm going to be going over every Pokemon between Weavile and Clefable. But anyways, before we get started, let me just go over the Pokemon that are on this team, which are Weavile, Mega Charizard X, Sandslash, Espeon, Ludicolo, and Clefable. Now, as you can tell, I'm not going by Smogon's rules, so this is just a team that you can just throw together something and hopefully it works. And in this case, it works very well. Okay, I don't agree with Smogon's rules. I don't, but the only thing I do go with the rules is the Sleek Claws and the Ubers, and I believe Charizard X is not an Uber. I think it was just banned. But I don't really care. Charizard is Charizard, and I'm going to use it regardless of if it's in Ubers or anything. But anyways, we're just going to go on with Weavile first. So anyways, Weavile, you're going to have a Focus Sash because it's very frail, and it's not going to live at one attack, obviously, unless you have the Focus Sash, or unless you use a move that's not very effective on it. For its stats, you're going to have 4 in HP, 252 in attack, and in speed, because its attack and speed are very high, and its defenses are crap, so it's not going to live one hit, obviously, unless you have the Focus Sash. You're going to have a Jolly Nature to max out its speed, and its attack is already base 120, so that is a very fast Pokemon to actually use, and very high attacking Pokemon to use as well. For the moves, you want to give it Brick Break, Icicle Crash, Ice Shard, and Fake Out. Fake Out and Ice Shard are for priority, obviously, and Ice Shard and Icicle Crash are for stab and for priority as well. And Brick Break is for the pesky screens that people put up, because I've seen a lot of people put screens up, whether it's from light screen to reflect, obviously, and Brick Break is only there, just like I said, to break the screens, so that is good. You can also run Night Slash for another what is it, stab move, but for this team I rather have Brick Break, so then you can actually have a move to remove the screens. So there is Weavile. Obviously the ability doesn't matter because its other ability is Pickpocket, and it's garbage either way, unless you're using Thief, I believe, or something like that. So one more quick look, and next we have Mega Charizard X. Like I said, I don't go by Smogon's rules, so I'm not sure if the Charizard X is banned or not, so I really don't care about that. I'm going to use it regardless. But anyways, for item, obviously you're going to need to give it the Mega Stone for X. The ability, Tough Claws, obviously, because that's its Mega ability. And for the stats, just like Weavile, you're going to want to give it 4 in HP, 252 in attack and speed. Unlike Weavile, Charizard X already has some bulk behind it already, so you're going to at least live at least one hit, obviously, or hoping that you can live at least one hit, depending on who you're going up against. But you're going to want to give it a Jolly Nature as well as Weavile, because it's a Charizard X and not a Charizard Y. For the moves, you want to give it Earthquake, Dragon Dance, Dragon Claw, and Flare Blitz. Obviously, Dragon Claw and Flare Blitz are for stab because it is Dragon Fire. And also, I rather have Dragon Claw than Outrage, because you can't give it the berry to break out of its confusion right when it gets confused. So that is very good for Charizard X. Dragon Dance and Earthquake are just for coverage moves, and one Dragon Dance can basically sweep your opponent's team. I've done it before, and Mega Charizard X with one D-Dance can basically finish up the game if it's like a late game sweeper, if you want to say. So that's what Mega Charizard X is basically for. Just kind of like a late game sweeper or a beginning game sweeper, depending on what your your opponent's bringing. So one more quick look, and Sandslash is our next Pokemon. Okay, for the item, you want to give it Assault Vest. I'll explain that later. And the ability, you want to give it Sand Rush, because I'll explain with Ludicolo as well. A lot of people have been bringing sand teams and rain teams, so Sandslash is very good for sand teams, obviously. And when they bring a sand team, Sand Rush doubles your speed in the sandstorm. I'll read it to you. It says, if Sandstorm is activated, this Pokemon speed is doubled immunity to Sandstorm, so it doubles your speed. Now for its stats, you want to give it 252 in attack, 180 in defense, and 76 in speed, okay? Now I am going to be a nice person and do the math for you for 185 times 2, because it doubles your speed in the Sandstorm. So 185 times 2, your speed is going to be a 370, okay, in the Sandstorm. So that is very good. And Assault Vest, you want to give it to Sandslash, obviously, because its special defense is very, very poor. So giving it the Assault Vest, you can probably live at least one special attack. But if you're going up like against a Pokemon that knows Hydro Pump, then there's no way you're going to live it. The Assault Vest is basically there for like small attacks, because it's very, very fail. I mean, this thing can die from a Scald if it doesn't have the Assault Vest, so that's why it has it. And also, Nature is going to be adamant because it is a physical attacker and also a physical tanker as well. For the moves, you want to give it Night Slash for the high crit ratio as well, Rapid Spin for the hazards, Stone Edge for the pesky Talonflame. I can't tell you how many times Sandslash has saved my ass from Talonflame because of Stone Edge, and Earthquake for stab. So Stone Edge is very, very good move because of stupid Talonflame. Night Slash for coverage moves as well, and that's basically it. So anyways, that's it for Sandslash. One more quick look, and Espeon, okay? Espeon is our next Pokemon. The item you want to give is a Leftovers, because I've seen people run Focus Sash, but Leftovers, in my opinion, is a little bit better than Focus Sash in a way. You want to give it the Magic Bounce ability, obviously, for the hazards and the status effect move like Toxic and Will-O-Wisp. And for its stats, you want to give it 4 in HP, 252 in special attack and speed. Now, it already has some special defense bulk to it, so giving it EVs and special defense is okay, but I'd rather have it in HP. It's just better in HP, I don't know why, but you can also put it in special defense as well. But anyways, for the moves, you want to give it Light Screen and Reflect. Now, depending on what your opponent brings out first, if you decide to lead out with Espeon just to get the screens up, like for instance, if Espeon's going up against a Mega Charizard X, you're going to want to put the Reflect up. If your opponent's going up against, let's just say, another Espeon, you want to put the Light Screen up first. So it just depends on what your opponent decides to lead out with, or what your opponent decides to switch out into when Espeon's already out. And also, with its Magic Bounce ability, people usually try to get rid of Espeon first. So that's why Sandslash has Rapid Spin, because if Espeon is gone, you also have Rapid Spin on Sandslash to get rid of the hazards if it can survive an attack, or you just magically decide to move first because either the sand or your opponent's Pokemon is very, very slow. And the one thing that Rapid Spin can do is Rapid Spin the burn or the Toxic away from you. So that's why people try to get rid of Espeon first, because they can put their hazards up and they can put up their status affecting moves. So that's why. And Side Shock for stab and Shadow Ball for coverage moves, obviously. And that's all I have for Espeon. So one more quick look, and next we have Ludicolo. So same thing as Sandslash. Ludicolo is there because of Swift Swim, obviously, because a lot of people have been bringing rain teams and sandstorm teams, and if your opponent decides to bring a rain team, you got Ludicolo there to double its speed. Now, going over its stats, you need 252 in HP and in special attack and 4 in special defense. Ludicolo already has some special defense bulk to it with 100 base to it, so you will be limiting a hit for sure. 252 in HP, like I said, and its special attack is you want this thing to be a special attacker, so that's why I gave it the Life Orb and the ability Swift Swim, just in case if your opponent decides to bring a rain team. So Ludicolo is very, very good for that. But sometimes your opponent decides to bring a drought team or a sun team, whatever you want to call it, and can really just destroy Ludicolo, only because Hydro Pump, Scald, and Ice Beam will weaken it in the sun. So the only move that does get bulk is Giga Drain. So Ludicolo can get really hurt in the sun technically. So like I said, Ludicolo and Sandslash is only there for coverage between weathers. I don't have like a chlorophyll Pokemon there because I just didn't have room for it and I didn't want to bring one. So for its moves, like I said, Hydro Pumps for just stab, and it's a very high base power. Scald because of the burn, Giga Drain, you get Life Bag obviously, and Ice Beam for coverage between Pokemon that are weak against ice types. So one more quick look at Ludicolo, and next Pokemon is, and the last Pokemon is Clefable. Now I already did a set on this a couple of days ago, I believe. I uploaded it a couple days ago. So it's the same set, so I'm just going to go over it real quick. Its stats, you're going to have 252 in HP in special attack and 4 in special defense. This thing is very tanky, okay? The reason why it's not a bold nature or a calm nature is because you want this thing to be a special attacker, and obviously because of one of its moves, Cosmic Power. When you use Cosmic Power, it raises your defenses by 1 stage. So with one Cosmic Power, this thing could be a very big tank to take down, and with 2 Cosmic Powers up, it's going to be a very pain in the ass to actually knock out. So you want this thing to be like a special attacker, but there's its stats, and you want to have a modest nature instead of like a bold or a calm, like I said, because with 1, maybe even 2 Cosmic Powers, if you get lucky to put up 2, this thing will already be a tank to take down. So there's that. For the Iron, we're gonna have Citrus Berry. I've seen people run like Life Orb or Leftovers, but I prefer Citrus Berry because this thing is basically just it's kind of like a late game sweeper kind of way, because usually people only have like Dragon types left at the end, and Moonblast does the job. And sometimes if they try to knock you out with one move, the Citrus Berry will knock off. Will activate, and you have the Moonlight, so you'll be back at basically full health and missing like maybe 5 to 10% of your health, so that is good. And Magic Guard, and you don't take recoil damage from Toxic or Burn, and I'm not sure if it like affects your stats in any way. I don't know, so don't quote me on that, but there's that. For its moves, I already discussed some of them. I'm just going to go over them again. Moonlight, Moonblast, Cosmic Power, and Flamethrower for coverage. Moonblast for stab, Cosmic Power to boost up your tanky wall, and Moonlight only because in about a month or so, the Wi-Fi services for the older DSs will be shut down forever. So if you use Pokegen to get some of your Pokemon, then you can't get Soft Boiled as a move unless you get it as a move tutor in Pokemon Emerald, and it can't be bred as an egg move or anything. So if you get it from Emerald, your IVs are going to be crap when you transfer them over, and it's just going to be a garbage Pokemon to use nonetheless. And if you use Pokegen, you're going to have at least 5 to 6 IVs, obviously, with Soft Boiled. So the better move to actually have on it is Moonlight. It does have fire, and if you use a PP max, it will go to 8. So there is that. I just believe it's better than Soft Boiled in some ways. I mean, obviously, Soft Boiled has, I believe, a 20 base move limit, I guess. I don't know how to say that, but that's why I think Moonlight is better, obviously. But that's all I really gotta say. But anyways, there is the team. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm sorry if I didn't clarify anything that well. If you guys think that, if you guys want any questions about the team, then just ask me in the comments section down below. I'll get to you ASAP because I'm always on basically 24/7. But yeah, so anyways, thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thumbs up for this team. This team basically wins 80 to 90% of its battles, so it's very good team to actually use. Very good coverage. So yeah, so anyways, I'm just gonna go. So if you guys like the team, use it. I don't go by Smogon rules. This team is just basically for fun. But yeah, so anyways, this is Lifeboy for the win. Like, comment, and subscribe. If you have any questions about the team, let me know in the comments down below, and I'll catch you guys later.